I mean, we'll be fine. We just can't keep dilly-dallying.
Well, we need to get into the show.
I'm ready. I've been ready.
We need to... Why are you fucking stalling, Kevin? Dilly-dallying. Where does that come from? Dilly-dally.
I don't know. Dallas?
Dilly-dally. Waste time through aimless wandering or indecision. There's a band called Dilly Dally.
Wow.
It's a really good name.
This is what you're doing right now.
Dilly Dally is a Canadian grunge and alternative rock group from Toronto.
Alex is the biggest dilly-dallyer.
They announced their breakup on March 2nd, 2023. That was 5 days ago.
What are the origins? we went for origins, not the fucking band.
Oh, fuck. R.I.P. Dilly Dally. One of my favorite bands that I found out about in the last 10 minutes.
Wow.
They just broke up this week. What
are the origins of dilly-dally?
The origins of the word?
Yeah, isn't that what we
said? Etymology?
Yeah, isn't that what you went on Wikipedia for?
Oh, my God. You think I need to know where this...
You literally just said, oh, where does that come from?
Okay, fine. I'll look it up.
Well,
Etymology originates from the French word dallier, meaning to amuse oneself slowly.
Okay.
It has flirtatious connotations originally. Dally today means to waste time and indulge in one's own agenda without concern for others. Couldn't be me.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it couldn't be you.
No.
That's more me.
To facilitate, hesitate, act in a resolute manner from 1782.
So the opposite?
No, that's shilly-shally.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of shilly-shally. Apparently that's
an antonym?
That's an antonym. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
More shilly-shally, less dilly-dally, Alex. You're the dilly-dallyer. I'm the silly-sallyer.
Oh, my God. What about wishy-washy?
No, we're not doing this. We gotta start the show. Get off Wikipedia.
3, 2, 1. Kevin, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No more dilly-dallying.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, let's get into the show, the program. It starts now.
Yeah. To wrangle Alex into getting his headphones on and sitting down at the mic, it's quite a feat on behalf of himself and the whole studio.
As my mom would say, they don't pay you to have fun. This is work, Kevin, and part of the work is getting me to sit here and talking to this microphone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the work.
Exactly. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I went skiing. I got Friday off. Called in
sick.
A little personal day.
Whoa.
I should have called in sick.
Yeah. What's the difference between a personal day and just I'm going to go skiing day?
A personal day, from what I understand, isn't a vacation.
Okay.
It's a day for, that you take, no questions asked.
I need it.
I need it for, like whether it be like mental health or something going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sick, so I had to go chase the snow, Alex.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice. People were saying it was the best weekend of the year up there because we got Bluebird Day Friday, had a foot of snow on Saturday, and then they groomed that shit on Sunday, so it was freaking beautiful.
It was worth it.
And I went up there with Arden. We left at 3:30 a.m. on Friday.
Whew.
Honestly, I was skiing before I would have gotten into work.
Wow. We see
that's
where
a
your
long-ass
priorities
drive.
are. Can't get to work by 10. Gets to the mountain at 6:55.
I had this realization the other week that I'm rarely late to ski, and I'm almost always late to work.
So what does this say about your priorities?
I got to ski more.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
Also, Kevin, you have a big announcement here to make on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. I'm back on the booze. I had like 3 beers this weekend. So,
damn, dude,
yeah, you could say I'm off the wagon.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
I don't know. I'm not
dude, rock. Slow down, bro. 3 beers?
Yeah.
Over the course of a weekend? You need to chill out.
Yeah. Hey, I will say the first one I had really fucking hit.
Really?
It's like after a long day of skiing, Art and I were getting some barbecue and had a local Vermont brew, and it was freaking awesome.
Mount Rushmore of beers. After ski beer is definitely up there.
Oh yeah,
I love the day baseball beer.
Oh fuck,
that's like maybe one of my favorite beers. Beer with a plate of wings beer, and then what's another
football beer?
Football beer. Watching football.
Yeah, watching football beer.
Okay, those are good beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you feel different? You feel?
No, absolutely not. I didn't feel any effects. I think my skin got worse when I wasn't drinking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but you said you were sleeping better.
I've been sleeping pretty fucking good. Big year for sleep.
Yeah, I told you, man.
I've been sleeping hard.
Sleep more.
And I think it's just because I've been going hard.
That's true. When you go hard, you need to sleep more. That's just the fact.
Go hard, sleep hard.
This is good for you because you are going to Vegas next month, and you can't.
I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks.
Oh, no way.
I started boozing again because I got to get my sea legs back. I can't just go there.
That's good. That's smart. That's good thinking. That's just
can't just go there like 45 days without a drink.
No.
I made it 31, so that's good stuff.
No, that's fantastic, and I think it's important to reset the system. I've done it a couple times, and I think also just like you start to realize how many of your life events circle around booze, and sort of how if you're not having drinks, then like it eliminates some things in your life.
It really didn't for me.
Really?
I would just go to the bar and drink water. I don't really give a fuck. Like I'm not going to get a mocktail. I'm not drinking these non-alcoholic beverages.
What?
I'm not getting a non-alcoholic beer.
What?
Like I don't give a fuck. Like I will just sit there and drink water happily. I love water.
No, it's
big
true.
Water guy.
Yeah, I like water too, and I also like I like soda.
Soda.
I just love United Sodas of America. 30 calories, the best soda on the planet. Guess what, Kevin?
What?
The Die Line Awards.
Or wasn't yesterday the last day to submit?
It was, but guess what? They did it.
No.
They extended the deadline.
Get out of here.
Everyone needed more time. Everyone but us, because we listened to rules. We did our goddamn jobs. We called everyone out last week on the program, and it turns out that everyone else needed more time to get their submissions ready. So they've decided not only to give everyone a week, but 10 extra days.
Damn, 10 days?
10 fucking days.
That's really nice. They both have backgrounds in academia when they're given, very generous extensions.
Oh, the whole Die Line team, they're thinking about you guys, the listeners, the designers, the agencies, because they know that procrastination is the number one trait of designers, right?
Lord knows I suffer from it.
Yeah, for sure. And so everyone reached out to Die Line and said, give us more time. So who are they to deprive the people? If you haven't yet, now is the time for real. For real.
Yeah, for real.
Because there are no more extensions after this.
Yeah, no more.
So March 17th is the very last day.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day.
For submissions of the Die Line Awards, the best packaging award program on the planet.
How do you feel about tea, Alex?
I'm into tea. And
what about like a cold tea?
Ooh, I could go for a cold tea right about now. Is this the time to do the Liquid Death tea taste test?
I got this shit set up. Like we got a sponsorship, but we don't have a sponsorship. Not yet. I mean, wishful thinking.
But I mean, in some ways, they do support us because we do work with Liquid Death. So
this is an unbiased review.
A completely unbiased, completely pro bono Liquid Death taste test. And I will admit that I have had 2 of the 3 flavors. So I have to say that I am coming in a little biased both on the design front and on the taste front. But Kevin, you've had none of these, right? You haven't tried a single one. So we have 3 flavors. And so it's worth kind of calling them out because we are a video show now. So I can actually show them to camera and sort of talk to the people at home. So this is my favorite flavor. Not that I've tried, but by name. And it's called Armless Palmer. So I guess this is a play on Arnold Palmer. It's an iced tea, agave, and vitamins. One thing worth noting that they have what they call a microdose of natural caffeine, 30 milligrams per can. A beautiful design, Kevin. That's what I would say. And we're going to be drinking these things in glasses here today. Okay, and you're putting them in order. Okay. So you'll see the Armless Palmer in the left, the Rest in Peach in the middle, which is peach tea. And then what's the third one, Kevin? The Grim Leafer. And so that's kind of a traditional tea. Or that's like a black tea. All right, we'll just drink them. I think that's a good way for us to determine exactly what's going on here. So the first one is Armless Palmer. I'll say that this is the one I have not had. So I'll be trying this one for the first time.
Wow, same. Episode doesn't skip a beat. I step away for a sec to pour some bevies, and we just keep rolling.
Unbiased. It's delicious. Honestly, that is really, really good. I think what I like about it is that it does feel sweet, but not too sweet. Like it definitely has a sort of like that agave is hidden, but not like overpowering the actual tea itself.
I agree. I mean, I don't like anything that's like mad sweet, and I think with an Arnold Palmer, traditionally they can get very sweet just from all the sugar in the lemonade, and maybe there's some sugar in the iced tea. But this is really It's really nice. It's just enough.
How do you feel about Arnold Palmers in general? Like, where do you stand on them?
I like them.
Yeah.
I'm not like a big Arnold Palmer head, but I've been known to enjoy an Arnold Palmer every now and then. It's a good daytime drink.
I love the concept of an Arnold Palmer. Like, I love the idea that there's these two drinks that are sort of very similar in sort of stature and utility, and then you kind of just mix them together to create this third drink that I would argue it's worse than either one of the parts of it. Like, I prefer an iced tea over an Arnold Palmer. I prefer a lemonade over an Arnold Palmer.
I'm not a huge iced tea guy.
I'm not a big lemonade guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
no. I love iced tea. I grew up on Snapple, Arizona.
Oh yeah, you're
Like,
you're a big tea head.
Yeah, I love iced tea.
I
That's
think
just
we're
a big part of
the opposite in this regard.
Yeah, you grew up on
but,
lemonade.
It's handshake.
Handshake. We're in the middle. This is the rest in peach. Yeah. So this is the peach one. This one I have had and I did try, and I'm sorry to the listeners because I couldn't hold myself back. So this
Ooh.
one is really nice. You get that peach flavor. I wish it was a little sweeter.
I don't know. I like it. Again, a lot of the times with these flavored beverages, the flavor can taste mad fake.
Yeah.
And this tastes really fucking good. This tastes like
Yeah.
it's actually got a little peach juice in there.
No, it's really good. And again, the thing about tea that I love is that you can always sweeten it. You can always kind of put a little bit more. You can add a stevia to it if you really wanted to. But, the base flavor there is really nice. And this is the third one. This is Grim Leafer.
Grim Leafer.
So this is like a
Ooh.
like a black tea. I
Yeah.
guess.
This is just like traditional iced tea right down the middle.
Just right down the middle. Okay, so you got
It's
peach,
pretty sick.
you got regular, and you got this sort of Arnold Palmer. Actually, it's so interesting because in real life, I'm not a big Arnold Palmer fan, but I think of the three, that's my personal favorite. I think it may be the sweetest one, which speaks to my sort of love of really artificial
Yeah,
sweet.
Alex has got a little sweet tooth.
I do. I like to say I have a deeply American palate.
Wow.
Yeah, because we as a nation, we do be liking sweet drinks.
That's facts.
Yeah. So pretty good stuff. Shout out to Liquid Death. Really cool graphic design.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Whoever did this,
really
A+ job.
Really, really cool design. And then
Really
I
fucking
think
sick.
the flavors is something that we have not had the ability to try until today. So I think they live up to the sort of
I think they're dope.
To the promise.
I'm not a huge tea head, but
yeah.
I really enjoyed that peach.
I will say
Peach tea.
I also really like the way that they're sort of marketing this, which we did not have any hand in
The
whatsoever.
grandma video.
Yeah, there's been some videos and just kind of talking about how tea is sort of something outdated for your grandma, and they're sort of they're here to murder it.
Yeah, my favorite part of that video is when one of the grandmas shoots a bottle rocket from her crotch. I thought that fucking ruled.
You've said, Kevin, this is your favorite brand, and
they do fun shit. Like,
No.
you can just tell they're having a good time, and like they just have good ideas and execute them well.
Yeah, they're very smart. They have lots of creative, sort of people there, from the top to the design team. They're all thinking, how do we make this marketing, advertising as sick as possible?
Yeah.
And they're delivering on that.
I'm
You're just mixing them all.
about to mix them all.
Jeez, wow, you just really went for it. Yeah, that's just going back to sort of the idea of like mixing drinks. I think that's really kind of fascinating.
It was good. Yeah.
To do so. Like, I don't know. Have you ever gone to like the fountain at like a movie theater and just like hit them all?
Yeah, when I was a child.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought it up.
I like it tasteful. I think if you do every single one,
Yeah.
you're maybe a little bit of a psycho. But I
Yeah.
like it tasteful. Like, I can't even think of what I would do, but like,
Yeah,
there's like a 2-3 combination that
sure.
I think that's where I would max out at.
When I worked at Coke, they have this thing called the freestyle machine, and so that's sort of a very
Oh, was that the big ass one when you push the button?
You can kind of mix and match all the
Nice.
different flavors. It's got like millions of combinations you can make together, and I think that's kind of fun. But I generally think I guess I'm more of a purist than I had thought before. Where I just, I want my cherry Coke, or I want my, I just want a regular Coke, or I want a regular Sprite or a regular Coke Zero. I think I want to taste test more things in the pod. I think we've talked about this in the past. I feel like we should just be, there's so much stuff coming out each week that we just need to get.
Now that we're full-time video heads.
That's the thing. Now that we're on video, I think it's nice for people
Yeah.
to actually see us and do some taste tests.
Yeah.
Kevin, while you were skiing, I was doing what I do best, which is watching content.
Oh. Working like a dog.
Working hard and then absolutely doing nothing but
Yeah.
watching TV. But
Are you about to put me on?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chris Rock special is not really something I need to put you on to. Did you watch it or no?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of chatter about it, and I will say, again, it's not everything is not great, everything's not perfect. There are things that are somewhat offensive. There are things that maybe I don't agree with. There are definitely some, the Will Smith part is what obviously most people are talking about. That part is interesting. He goes really hard at Will Smith. I do think there are people thinking that he went a little too hard, or maybe he was, could have taken a bit more of the high road. I think
Will Smith probably could have taken the high road by not getting out of his seat and slapping him on national TV.
It's a great point. He got slapped on national television in front of millions of people. If he's pissed about it, I think he has the right to. I think to take a whole year to wait and then kind of go this hard, I think took a little people by surprise. But listen, he has every right to be fucking pissed, as he should. But there is a middle section where he's talking about family, and he's talking about sort of the Kardashians. He's talking about sort of pop culture things. He's talking about his own wife.
Doing our bit?
And
he's stealing our material?
No, he is. This is like, I'm a big Chris Rock fan, and there's some moments there where he is just vintage Chris, and it is so lovely to see. It's like watching, a LeBron in his prime, and Chris is kind of a bit past his prime, I guess, but it's like he still has some of that.
He still got it.
He still got it. So I really love that, and
I'll have to check it out. I'm a comedy head, you know that.
I know you're a comedy head. That's why I brought it up. But I think for those people at home, I'm if you haven't seen it, it's worth watching, and not just watching the Chris Rock Will Smith part at the end. Like I think. Watch the full hour. Like watch the full. I think it's more than an hour. It's like it's worth watching, start to finish. This tea's got me fucked up. Kevin, there's a documentary that came out yesterday about Jared Fogle and Subway.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I know. We haven't talked about it, but I was.
This one's out of left field.
I was totally scrolling around yesterday. I believe it is on like. Discovery. It's on like one of these weird channels. It's not on Netflix. It's on ID.
Damn.
What is that? What channel is that?
No clue. But
it's called Jared from Subway Catching a Monster.
Oh my god. We gotta watch. We gotta recap that. Let's recap that next week.
Yeah. I'm in
because our numbers go crazy when we talk about Subway.
Well, I mean, there's been so much. It's on ID and Discovery Plus, so I was right. Yeah. I'm all the way in. Like I couldn't be more excited to watch this. And it's going to be dark and sad because I do think the story is dark and sad.
Yeah.
And this is terrible for Subway. This is so bad.
It won't shake them though.
Yeah.
They'll just release another campaign with Steph Curry and everybody will forget.
Yeah, that is so weird. Like in today's world where everyone gets canceled and everything is sort of like so on edge, right? It is really remarkable to watch Subway sort of just keep going.
I mean,
like
what are you
gonna train keeps going, and you just keep rolling out, keep paying for these monster athletes, and trying to shove the monster in the darkness, and not talk about Jared Fogle. This
I mean, what are you going to do?
Years,
cancel a massive corporation? Like
I know it's tough, but it started last night, March 6th. So I guess 2 days ago. But yeah, it's a 3-part series.
Oh damn!
And
that's gonna be heavy.
I'm in. So we'll be tracking that, and then what else I do? I just kind of worked and grinded,
That's so sick, bro.
Watch some television.
Fucking Ronnie Feig ass.
Yeah, Ronnie Feig went a little Gary V on us.
It's so cringy when you know how people will post pictures of themselves working out online.
Yeah,
this situation is like the written form of that.
So if you're not familiar, Ronnie Feig is the founder of Kith. He is a sort of super famous fashion designer, if you want to even call him that. But, he's super successful. I think there's no way to
you can't dispute that.
You can't dispute that. And he's had, he's opened up like 5 or 6 or 7, who knows, locations of Kith. They're all really beautiful. Obviously, the Kith line itself has turned into sort of an iconic brand.
The rich high school kids of New York love Kith.
Yeah. Definitely. It's also definitely a big touristy thing now.
Yeah.
I feel like if you come to New York and you're like, you want to go shopping, you're going to go to Kith.
Yeah.
And Ronnie has been known to sort of talk a little bit about his process, and he's somewhat a quiet guy. But he posted this on Twitter. It says, quote, "If you don't put the work in, you won't maximize your potential. There are 0 shortcuts. Push yourself to become the hardest working person you know. The first 15 years in this business, I worked 6 days, 70 hours a week. every weekend and missed every trip family function. Okay, Ronnie.
Damn, shut the fuck up, Ronnie.
And then he followed this up by saying, that's over 55,000 hours before opening the first kit store. Another 45,000 hours since then. When owning your own business, you'll work every waking minute, so it's most likely a bit more. I think I'll hit 100,000 hours sometime this year. You can't get from A to Z without the alphabet.
Oh my God.
What does that mean?
This kind of reminds me of an old saying. I grew up hearing it a lot, and that goes, it's 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Ronnie.
Ronnie doesn't need his name up in lights. He just wants to be heard. And he feels so unlike everyone. Fuck. I'm fucking this up. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, go.
I only have a couple of them. I think I forgot some of them.
All right. Do you want to redo this whole section?
No. Ronnie doesn't need his name up in lights. He just wants to be heard. I missed that next line. He feels so unlike everyone else alone, but most people still think that they know him, but fuck him.
Wow. Beautiful, Kevin. You just wrote that here on the spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that does remind me of a classic Mike Shinoda song, Remember the Name.
Like, I'm glad he worked hard, and that's cool for him.
Yeah.
And, he's built something really successful, but
yeah.
This like American dream ass, like hard work porn shit, like it's got to stop. Oh yeah, I'm prioritizing my business over my family. Like that's not really like a cool thing to do on like a personal level. And I don't really fuck with that. Like you got to maintain like personal relationships. And it sounds like he was kind of an asshole. And he seems kind of like an asshole because he said this and publicized it and thinks it's like really sick.
Yeah.
So good for him for working hard, but like, shut the fuck up about it.
If you're early in your career and you're worried about partying, weekends, and time off, how will you reach 10,000 hours?
Is this Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah, it is really, really interesting. I just don't know. Like, I respect and I think he has built something really special. But do
you want to have no friends and no life?
Yeah, I mean, I like some of the comments in the Twitter sort of reply section. On the other hand, it's completely fine not to work your ass off. Working only 5 days a week and going for a holiday once a year doesn't equal being lazy. I'd say it's mentally healthier. It's not all or nothing. You work to live, not live to work. Whatever works for you, though. So, I mean, I do think this is like very much like my generation thinking, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how old Ronnie is, but I feel like we're similar in age, and I do think there's a bit of a like, this is the way. It's like if you want to be successful, and I do think to a certain extent that's true, but
yeah, you would.
I just think this feels a little tone deaf to sort of like everything that everyone is talking about in the world right now in terms of like mental health and being like not doing this and not sort of missing every family trip and function because you're working on building a sneaker store. Like, listen, I get it, and it's true. Like, it is hard to get to the level of success that he has achieved without putting in a lot of work, but also don't necessarily need to shame other people for not doing that. I think,
like, I'm happy for him that he's reached like what he defines as successful, but like to put that definition of success on literally everybody else or anyone else for that fact, like, it's just extremely tone deaf, like you said, and it's just cringy.
It's tough. I knew it would not resonate with you for sure. Representing
I'm
all young people.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that shit's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I will say is that he's a big Knicks fan, and my Knicks are on fire. So, I mean, listen, me and Ronnie have a lot in common.
Isn't he the creative director?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
First
He's
one?
the first creative director for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he doesn't want his name up in lights, Alex. That's why they put it up at MSG.
Yeah, on the jumbotron.
Yeah,
I think there's two ways to get success, Kevin. There's one, you work really, really hard, or two, you just go on Twitter and ask your followers to do things for you, and that's what Mr. Beast did this week.
You forgot number 3 is have really rich parents.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's just assumed. Mr. Beast, I saw it when it sort of happened on my For You page or whatever.
Are you on Beast Twitter?
I guess he's now on my feed. I mean, the new algorithm is putting things on my feed that I
don't
follow.
Are you in beast mode, bro?
Yeah, dude, I'm a beaster. That's what they say, right? Beast head.
Is that what they call them? Beasters?
No, I don't know. I just made that up. Beast head. I'm a big Mr. Beast head. So this is something he put on Twitter. It says, I need your help. Next time you see Feastables in Walmart and soon to be new retailers, if you could clean up the presentation and make it look a little better, that'd make me happy. I'm building a team to do this routinely. Just need some help in the short term. And so he posts 2 photos. One is like an aisle in Walmart with his product all messed up, and then another one where everything is sort of merchandised correctly. This is a way to galvanize and sort of, inspire your community, is to get them to do your merchandising.
Oh no, another lame ass dude posting cringe on Twitter.
I think it's okay that he did this, and I think people are like, oh my God, how dare he do this? It's like, no, he's got a lot of fans and he knows they'll do anything for him. I do think the thing that's really bizarre is how quickly and how everyone went like fully nuclear in doing this for him. Like, what?
And how proud people were to like step up and be like, I'll do this. I'll rearrange your shelf, Mr. Beast. I'll make sure it looks nice at Walmart.
Yeah. Someone said, brilliant. Crowdsourcing the cleanup. An amazing way to take care of your problem with your influence. Proud of you. Watch out, Hershey's. There's a new and better way of doing things. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, Hershey's, just get your fans to do free labor for you. Oh, wait. I mean, I feel like Hershey's gets a lot of free labor.
People get paid to make sure that, so stuff is looking good on shelf. Like, this is a job. So that was kind of my first thought, was like, just pay people to do this. But I think he was smart enough to put that in, saying, I'm building a team for people to do this routinely. I need some help in the short term. I think if he didn't do that, then I think he would get fairly crucified to a certain extent.
So you're telling me he's building a nationwide team of individuals who are going to go to every single Walmart in this country to reorganize his shelves for him?
Yeah, I mean, that's
fucking crazy. And if he's got that cash, good for him. Like, I'm all for creating jobs, but that's crazy.
Yeah. What are Feastables?
Chocolate.
So it's just Mr. Beast chocolate?
Yeah.
Some really bad design on the packaging here.
Yeah, Mr. Beast hit our line.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, holler at us. Give us $100,000.
Yeah, we know you got that fucking bag, dog.
Yeah, I mean, at least if he's going to give out money for people for free, at least they should be at least cleaning up his shelves, I think this is smart of him. He built an empire on just giving away free money, so these people might as well be doing
That's the most millennial shit you ever said.
What? Giving people money to do jobs?
Yeah, he's giving out money for free, and it's like, the least they could do is clean up his shelves.
Yeah, I mean, his followers, put him to work.
They say ride or die, and Mr. Beast's got a lot of riders.
How long before you think Mr. Beast gets canceled?
I don't
want to put a
I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that he is so hyper focused on making content.
Yeah,
and he seems like he's built a certain way that he really only focuses on the thing that he's doing. That I would be honestly shocked if he's had time to do anything else. But also, I wouldn't really be surprised because people are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
So I'll be in the middle on that one. I could see it either way, but I hope he's a genuinely decent person.
Me too. And I'm not hoping for him to be canceled. I'm not like, I genuinely think what he does is, like I said in the past, like, I think it is smart, and I do think it is creative, and I do think it's entertaining. It's for babies, but it's not, it's good content for kids. Like, and I think it's, I'm not wishing bad upon him because I do think he's a good guy, but like, it gives me a little bit of a, maybe there's some dark, deep secrets underneath there. Not to say Jared Fogle, because that's like a very extreme version of that, but I do think maybe there is something behind the sort of,
I think it's just
Tiger Woods maybe ish.
Yeah, I think it kind of just, that thought speaks to like where we are right now with like, culture and society, where it's like,
you can't just be a nice guy
like
anymore.
this guy's mad successful, and like he's reaching these upper echelons of culture and like getting views or whatever, and it's like, it's almost like there's a clock or like some sort of like scale that's time is up, like we gotta tear him down. It seems like this thing is coming, but like, we don't really know anything.
No, you're right. Like, we shouldn't tear down people just because they've been famous for 8 to
it's like
12 months. Like,
it's like we expect something to happen.
But it does. That's kind of the way it goes. But listen, I hope it doesn't happen to him. But I think generally I wouldn't be surprised. But I guess maybe you're right. Maybe it's my internal clock saying, ooh, Mr. Beast is flying high. Maybe he's going to do something.
Flying too high.
He's flying a little too high.
Flying too close to the sun.
Yeah, no. Listen, he's a beast. So he'll keep doing his thing. And
I'm a beast. I'm a boss. Is that it?
I don't know the rest of those lyrics. You're really in a rapping mood today. I like it. Yeah. Kevin, we're going to move on to the top story of the week.
You love that fucking air horn.
And that is because Sunny D has released vodka seltzer.
Finally,
the thing we've all been waiting for, Sunny D vodka seltzer. This was one of those things that when I first saw it pop online this week, I had to ask myself and those people around me, is this real? Because it does have a bit of a meme. Who's that guy that makes all those shitty memes?
Adam the Creator.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It has a bit of an Adam the Creator vibe. And I was like, there's no way that this could be real, or it just seems very bizarre because obviously Sunny D is an orange juice brand made for kids. And this is vodka made for not kids. But the truth is, it is absolutely real, and it's available in 4-packs of 12-ounce cans for a retail price of approximately $10. It's distributed by the American Beverage Corporation. And the label is there's a website called Sunny D Cocktails, and even some quotes for some people on their side. Quote, "We took your favorite legendary orange flavor and added vodka." So they can't call it orange juice. They have to call it orange flavor because it's not really orange juice. It's really just orange flavored drink. And added vodka to create a delightful drinking experience that tastes like you're sipping on sunshine.
Ooh.
While the press release is yet to be announced, retailers across the Midwest have posted photos. Unexpected release generated a bit of a buzz online.
Yeah, I heard they're rolling it out at Walmart. I really haven't been able to find that much online about it. Yes. I saw a link to Fresh Direct, which was kind of validating because we were in the same boat yesterday. Like, is this real? Is this not real? We don't want to, report on it.
Yeah.
Have it not be real. We don't want to look like freaking idiots.
That's called integrity, journalism.
I know, research.
Journalistic integrity.
Hard work.
Yeah. Dedication. 10,000
Call me Ronnie Feig.
And we didn't want to report on this, but it is absolutely real.
The reports are true. This is real.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah.
I think it's a big step for a brand that was, kind of like, we grew up with it. Like, I don't know about you, but I had the Sunny D, like the little coolers with the nipple on it.
I'm not familiar with what you're discussing.
This is like the squirt bottles,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. Is there a better word?
There's got to be, but yeah,
I think that's the technical term for it.
We'll keep letting this one slide.
But I grew up with Sunny D. I love Sunny D.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get it at Sam's Club, big ass packs. It's just like the ultimate nostalgia play, and it's cool to see a brand that like I personally grew up with kind of like grow with me and like make a product for me. Even though I'm like definitely probably not gonna ever have this or drink it.
Well, you would drink it once and then probably not. You're not going to like consistently drink this.
The chances that this is actually a good drink, very low in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I have high-ish hopes for the drink just because I feel like it would go together well, right? Like a Sunny D and vodka like does sound actually like a pretty solid drink.
Yeah.
I think the seltzer part makes me think that it's going to be like lightly orange flavored tasting. So I agree with you. Like expectations aren't huge, but I do think it has the makings of a good idea.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head that it is interesting to hear about a brand that people grew up with and then sort of aging with its consumers. So I think, obviously you're like, whoa, Sunny D's for kids, but it's like the kids that grew up on Sunny D, like you, wasn't me, unfortunately. I didn't really grow up on Sunny D. I was more of a Tropicana guy. But Sunny D is obviously a brand for kids, and now it's like those kids are more adult, and I don't think this is a bad move at all. I actually think it's really smart. I actually think that in a way that it's like it does feel memey, or it feels like it's a one of these things you're like, oh my god, they would never do this, but it's like that's gonna make people want to get their hands on this thing.
I mean, Sunny D has been kind of memey on social for a little
really?
bit. Yeah, I was on their website and it kind of brought me. I remember being on their website like a while ago, maybe a couple years ago when we worked on a project, and I think I used them as maybe a reference. I mean, I don't love brand socials, just in general.
Sure.
I mean, they were doing like some meme shit. Like,
okay.
A little normie, but you know, they were trying.
They were trying. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I think Kevin, we've been talking about Sunny D a little bit here. They have quite a history of marketing and design. So,
that's my bone to pick with it. Is like you're doing this big nostalgia play by bringing back this brand that like I enjoyed as a child, and you're using your new updated branding and graphics that like. Like that fucking circular sparkling gradient, like that sucks. That looks like they pulled it off of like Getty Images or something. If you're doing this nostalgia play, like lean all the way in. Like they've got like some really good media that they've done. A lot of commercials, like that one in the 90s where they talk about like the purple stuff.
Yeah.
That's like an iconic commercial.
Yeah, I'm looking at all this stuff right now. Yeah, Sean William Scott. Yeah, no, you're right. Like they do have, like everyone is going 90s, right? And everyone's doing all these nostalgic package designs. Everyone's doing this sort of nostalgic everything. And you're right. This brand was really, really sort of in its heyday in like the 80s and 90s. And then in the 2000s, they rebranded away from Sunny Delight to Sunny D. And then in 2016, they have this sort of new branding that does feel quite, I don't know how to describe it. It just
It
feels
seems like a
kinda-
nod to the old, but
it just feels like less fun. It just feels more like, I don't want to call it prestigious because it's Sunny D, but like it does have a bit of a, they went from some of these like really fun and funky typefaces to like an all caps thing that just kind of feels like a little bland.
yeah, I just wanted to see that like the original Sunny Delight packaging come back, and I don't know, it's just iconic. And again, if you're gonna do the nostalgia thing, like go all the way. Like don't stop and do these like shitty graphics. If you're gonna get me to buy something, like I want to feel something. I want to feel like a memory. I want to feel, and like I didn't grow up with that old branding. You could trick me into thinking I did.
Yeah, I think I remember some of this old branding, and even though, like I said, I wasn't a huge drinker of Sunny Delight, but I think you're right. Like I think the fact that they're doing this is like cool and good and smart and interesting, and I think you're right. Like it could have been a grand slam home run if they would have like maybe done a rebrand of the real drink or done like a retro-ish packaging that sort of felt a little bit more in line with sort of like where the brand was and sort of its heyday, and then do some of these like 90s nostalgia things. Like they could have done some really kind of interesting, more offbeat marketing.
Or like even like some of those taglines I pulled, or I don't know if
Unleash the Sun.
Yeah, that's lit. That's fucking lit, dude. Like, or maybe say something about like, lit by the sun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're right. Like they could have really done this really, really, really interestingly. And I think you're right. They did this again, they're just, the fact that it even exists and it's real, but it does feel, that's not the Sunny D that I know.
Yeah.
And when I look at the package design, I'm kind of like, it says Sunny D, doesn't feel like Sunny D.
Yeah. Also, Sunny Delight is a much better name.
Yeah. I guess, it's one of those situations where like everyone was maybe calling it Sunny D.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to put that on our, we'll use what the people call us. And in some ways it kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
It just feels weird.
Sunny Delight is fucking... I want to read it, but call it Sunny D.
Yeah. So I think we're saying across the board, you and I both agree here, like it's we're interested, we're intrigued, this is cool, but like they should have went a bit harder into the nostalgia and leaned into it, because they're already trying to appeal to those people that once drank Sunny D as kids and now are adults. So it's like you're kind of missing them with sort of this new branding that like kind of isn't exactly what you remember, but it says Sunny D, so therefore it is Sunny D, and it's real.
I feel like nostalgia is so played because of a lot of brands like not fully leaning into it. It's like they do it halfway, or like they do this stuff where it's like, bringing back the name, or like whatever. A lot of the execution falls short on these nostalgia plays, and I just want to see it like, go full fucking throttle.
Yeah. No, totally agree, and I would like to get our hands on some.
We're gonna try it for sure.
Yeah,
maybe that could be the next.
Taste
once it becomes available on Fresh Direct.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna hit the Midwest first, and then we'll find its way hopefully to the coastal elites.
Yeah.
Moving on, another brand that got a refresh this week is Zevia. So Zevia is the plant-based stevia sweetened beverage brand. Has been around for quite a while actually, and has always struck me as like one of those brands that looks particularly dated. And I don't know exactly when it started, probably something I could have looked up, but like it feels like it's it feels like it was designed in 2004. And it's, and it definitely, I'm familiar with it for a couple of reasons. One, it's a United States of America competitor, and two, I'm a stevia guy.
Yeah, stevia guy.
So when it comes to my sweeteners, I actually do really like stevia. And so in the past, prior to my sort of, my new life, I've done a couple of crash diets, and I've done a couple of like extreme eating kind of things. And in those periods of my life, I would cut out all sugars.
Yeah.
Really, really strictly. And in those moments, I would only go for stevia sweetened beverages.
Mhm.
And in those moments, Zevia has been a brand that I have gone to. This is years ago,
Yeah.
but because they have like a 0-calorie cream soda, they have a 0-calorie like root beer. They have some drinks that they don't look good at all, but actually from a product perspective, aren't bad.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I liked that old packaging. I
Okay.
thought it was like, I don't know, it was almost endearing. Like, it just felt not of this time
Sure.
in a good way.
Yeah.
And I liked the type on an angle, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it kind of just felt like a little retro. And I also actually enjoyed drinking Zevia. Like,
Yeah.
when I had a friend in Venice Beach who was mad into Zevia.
Yeah.
He offered me one. I was like, wow, this is quite tasty.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are drinkers.
Yeah,
so I think
a lot
this
of
is
Zevia
interesting.
heads out there.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like a brand that would have followers or a huge community of fans, but they do. And I think it is interesting to see them go with this complete redesign, which was done by Turner Duckworth. And it has this sort of they've scrapped almost everything that was there before, and this new logo finds inspiration in like leaves, and it sort of has all these rounded letters. It has a really interesting new Zevia word mark, which is kind of the core of the identity itself. And then it's sort of it feels much younger. It feels a lot fresher. It feels even kind of trendy-ish, in line with some of the newish brands on shelf, the ones that everyone knows and loves. So I do think this is going to take them sort of out of the sort of mainstream. I don't even call it that, but like it's sort of a bit of a sort of a norm core-ish design, and it does make it feel a bit more just a bit more modern and a bit more fresh. And I think there will be some people that there'll be two camps. There'll be some people that were have never had Zevia before and will maybe try it because of the new design, because they won't be like embarrassed to sort of have it. There'll be some people that were Zevia drinkers that are going to drink more of this, or be like, oh wow, this is a really cool new rebrand. And then I think there'll be some people that will be former drinkers that maybe will not potentially, that this design I think could alienate, because I don't think they are looking for some of this like new, younger, more designy sort of feel.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that just every single outcome of?
Yes, absolutely. But I do think it's interesting, because I do think it is quite a change of direction.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I quite like the word mark.
You just said you do like the older one better.
Yeah, I mean, why can't I like both things?
That's fair. I mean,
I know we live in the hot take economy, but I can like the old and I can like the new.
No, you have to pick a side, Kevin.
No,
sorry,
I will
can't.
not.
You cannot ride the middle here.
I will ride the middle.
Okay,
I'm a rider, just like a Mr. Beast fan.
that's right. It's interesting now that they've taken this moment to sort of reintroduce themselves and have launched like a whole lineup of products. So they have like Zevia soda, then they have Zevia tea, and then they have like Zevia like kids, which the kids just has like fruit on the front of it. So they're kind of pushing Zevia much bigger in interesting ways.
Pushing Z.
They're pushing Z, and this is going to roll out in March. And yeah, I'm something that I want to keep my eye on, obviously. But the core can design, I think, is probably the thing that I think is the most effective, and I think ultimately that's probably the most important part of the brand.
Am I misremembering this, or did they move from a regular 12-ounce can to a skinny can?
No, they're multiple different lines of products.
Okay.
So they have like the main can, which is still going to be in the traditional can, and then they have the peach zero sugar tea, which is in a taller can.
Oh, coming for freaking Liquid Death, huh?
Yeah, and Swoon and a million other brands. So I just think this is something that I mean, as a designer, and obviously I have my own sort of bias and things like that, like I think this is a good job by Turner Duckworth. I think they've done a nice job here. I do think this is going to appeal to more people. I think you will get some people that sort of are in the sort of niche, natural sort of world of things that like maybe this won't quite resonate with. But I do think the more mass, sort of people will give this a second look, I think.
Yeah, I think they're Are they not big with the naturals, or are they big?
No, they are. I think that's their community now. Yeah. And I think there's an argument that, the natural community is not a niche. It's much bigger. And so this design, I think, takes them a bit towards that. And I will say the cream soda is a personal favorite of mine, and it's pretty good. I haven't had it in a long time, but I'd be interested to try it, which is bad. But I just love cream soda, and United Sodas of America does not make a cream soda.
Cream boy.
I'm a cream boy. Kevin, we got to move on because we got time. Speaking of 90s, we were talking about Sunny D before, in the early 2000s and nostalgia. There's a new brand by Marc Jacobs. It's called Heaven by Marc Jacobs, and it very much deeply is inspired by Y2K. And if you've been to Brooklyn,
yeah,
recently,
if you've been to
Bushwick, you'll see that every single person looks like they're dressed from 2004, and they have the very sort of distinct aesthetic from a fashion perspective. And so they, this is Marc Jacobs who,
what do you think about that trend as a man who lived through it?
I think it's just natural part of the world cycle. I think things go in and out. Like when I was a kid, like people dress like the 70s, or people dress like the 60s, or people dress like the 80s. And it's just like kids today dress like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Because
back in my day, we dressed like the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, this is a very deeply early 2000s Y2K aesthetic. And I think the only reason why we're talking about this is because this latest marketing campaign features both Michael Imperioli and Tara Reid, and those are Y2K famous people for The Sopranos, and was the Tara Reid famous?
I don't know.
American Pie.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of Michael William Scott, this is Michael William Scott and Tara Reid, or Sean William Scott, right? No, Sean William Scott. Yeah. Shout out to American Pie.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this possibly the best continuous carousel image on Instagram of all time?
Potentially, yeah. If you haven't seen it, it is literally an ad that features a couch that goes over.
Let me stop you there, Alex.
What?
It's a Jouch.
It is a Jouch. It is a jean couch.
Which, if you'll remember,
yes.
If you personally, Alex Center, remember, the Jouch was on the topic list for several weeks. Vice did an article about it. I love all things jean. I wanted to talk about it. We would have been early.
Kevin.
The Jouch, dude.
Kevin.
It's okay. We're talking about it now.
Yeah. Kevin has been talking about Jouches for a while, so I want to say he was early on the beat. And
dude, I love a Jouch. My aunt had one.
Yeah, this is a jean couch.
She had a whole living room set. A Jub seat. A Jottoman.
Oh my God. How many more of these?
I mean, that's all she had. So
wow. That's pretty sick. So this post is, I don't know how many images, but it is the longest couch ever created. And I really hope it's a real couch. I don't think it is, but
I want to believe it's real.
I really want to believe it's a real couch. And yeah, it's got all these young looking cool people, and then it's
probably
got
the coolest group of people ever assembled.
Yeah, they look so sick.
Yeah.
They just look, everything about this is cool. And to be honest, is it really it's podcast fodder just because it's this is sick. I think the fact that Gen Z is embracing early 2000s aesthetics are cool, and the fact that they're embracing early Y2K people is also fucking cool to me. And so shout out to Michael Imperioli.
I really love how he's the last one on the couch.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks I don't know, uninterested or
I'm being paid to be here.
Yeah, I don't want to be here or whatever.
Yeah.
Great look by him.
Yeah. He's having a resurgence because of White Lotus, and apparently they used Pamela Anderson and other sort of early 2000s stars in the past. So
he's hella based too.
I will say I actually think the clothes Heaven by Marc Jacobs, if you actually I think the clothes are actually kind of sick.
Yeah, are you gonna get some?
I mean, listen, I'm almost 40, Kevin. I can't be cosplaying as a early 2000s Gen Zer.
I bet you could go to Oceanside and dig through your old closet.
I mean, that's the truth. It's some of this
and you should absolutely do that.
Yeah.
Remember when you wear the puka shell necklace?
Yeah.
Bring that back.
I mean, listen, I got the hoop earring back.
Those are puka shell necklaces.
I have
all the rage.
I have one.
Summer 2020.
I have one in my apartment in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know.
So I should
great.
I should just rock it.
I think I have one too.
I'm just
maybe one episode we'll
wear pukas.
Yeah,
I'm totally here for it. Listen, I'm here. I've said this before. I think the general aesthetic of the 2000s with baggy pants and earrings and sort of bucket hats and
a little grungy too. Some rips.
I'm here for all of it. And it makes me feel old a little bit, but I just think it's exciting.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Speaking of things coming back, the Double Down is back, Kevin. The story comes from CNN.
The fact that CNN is reporting that the Double Down is back, fucking awesome.
The KFC Double Down is coming back for a limited time as of March 6th. So that's this week.
That's yesterday.
Instantly recognizable creation replaces the bread found in a typical sandwich and uses 2 fried chicken fillets as the bun. And there are also slices of cheese, bacon, and choice of mayo or spicy sauce. Double Down made its debut in 2010, which another thing that makes me fucking feel really old because I remember getting these like at my job. I remember getting these like as
at Vitamin Water.
At Vitamin Water,
oh, no way.
For lunch. Like when this first came out, being like, "Yo, you got to try this."
I remember being mad hype about them. Yeah. They were doing some good ads on them.
Yeah, this was
I didn't bring any to the show, but you just unlocked a memory of.
Yeah, they sold. But I think before I had a podcast or a show to talk about this, I would want. I remember distinctly being like, yo, for lunch, the design team, we should all get these and try them because these things are kind of hot on the internet.
Yeah. No, they were all the rage.
Yeah. So I've been doing this for a long time, apparently. Yeah. And Kevin,
how many Double Downs have you had in your life?
I've had distinctly one. Because
I think that's me too.
Because we need to say a couple things. They sold 10 million sandwiches, which feels like a lot. But you're right. It was a total buzzy thing. It was like it was a big moment for KFC. It was actually a big moment for like fast food innovation. Like it was a big thing where it was just like.
Well, it came out after like the triple baconator. Remember that shit?
No, that's like a Wendy's thing?
Yeah, it was probably like 3 layers of bacon on a triple burger or something. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But
so
what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. And now we're back. This is now nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean, if you think for a second that I'm not going to bury my face in that double dussy, you got me fucked up.
Here's the thing about Double Downs, Kevin. It's not a good sandwich.
No, it's trash.
Here's one thing you need in a sandwich. I think this was actually the moment that I realized that bread is maybe the most integral and important, critical part of a sandwich.
I can't argue with you.
Name a great sandwich that doesn't have bread.
Double Down.
No, that's not a good sandwich. That is all sandwich.
Listen, I can make you a good sandwich
without bread.
I can make you a Double Down that's much better. Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: bread, like it's you just need it on a sandwich. But also, these things are hard to eat because you literally have to hold them by the fried chicken, which
you hold it by the wrapper.
No, but this is great. Like
no, I mean I'm with you.
This is bad.
It's kind of an ergonomic nightmare. You get grease all over your hands.
That's right. And also, it doesn't taste better. Like fried chicken sandwich is better with 1 piece of fried chicken and 2 pieces of bread versus 2 pieces of fried chicken and no bread. That's just a fact.
They have bacon and cheese and mayonnaise in there too.
Yeah, but that's
spicy mayo.
That's not the problem here. The problem is that it doesn't have bread. It's literally something that is supposed to be better by.
It's keto, bro.
I mean, it's healthy. It's a healthy.
It's
sandwich.
Healthy. It's keto. It's healthy.
It's a healthy sandwich. That's
carbs are the devil, bro.
I mean, listen, I'm not disagreeing, but I think carbs are the best. Bread is rules.
What are you talking about? I
mean?
They breaded the chicken, Alex.
Yeah,
it's got bread on it.
Listen, I'm not critiquing the chicken. I'm just saying.
No. You're not hearing me. Yeah. It's breaded. It's got bread on it.
Yeah. The buns are important. That's a fact.
Buns are important.
But yeah, no, the fact that this is making a return. I guess the question is, Kevin, will this make as much noise? Will people care as much as they did, 10 years ago?
If we have anything to say about it, I think they will.
I don't know.
Should we try this? Should we try it on the pod?
See, I don't want to try this again. I know what this tastes like. It's bad.
What if they redid it?
I don't think they did. I mean, listen, I'll try anything. I'm not. I'm not against it, but I just don't think this is like.
Imagine us trying this on the pod. We're gonna walk. I'm gonna have everything set up. I'm gonna walk in because I'm gonna pick these up because I'm fast. I got my bike. I'm picking these up.
Yeah,
we're gonna start recording.
You are so fast, dude.
We've got 2 choices. We're either gonna do it immediately or wait to the end.
Yeah.
And either way, could you imagine doing a podcast after taking a Double Down to the face?
It's just not good.
Very lethargic pod.
I don't remember this.
And then we gotta wait till after, and they get cold and soggy. Also a bad move. So maybe we won't try these.
Yeah, I don't think we need to try these. I just don't think.
I might go get it for lunch.
Really?
No,
you're not. You just don't want to eat this.
No, I do not want to eat this. All right, Alex, hear me out.
Yeah.
What if we put a bun around the Double Down? So if we got you a bun and we put the Double Down on a bun, how would you feel about it then?
I think it would be better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but that's a regular chicken sandwich, Kevin. That's the point, is that you don't need that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're aligned.
Yeah. Kevin, that is our show today. I'm excited because Fort Minor is definitely going to be the outro music, and
absolutely,
that track still fucking goes no matter what.
I was excited to get the double dussy out there. I came up with that last week.
Yeah, no,
I've been sitting on that.
I could tell. I can always tell when you got something cooking in the back burner.
I didn't want to. I didn't put it in the dock either because I didn't want to alarm you or.
Dude, what a moment!
Yeah.
People won't forget about that anytime soon, for sure. Kevin, before we gotta go.
Yeah.
That's the end of the show.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
You're trying to do these like abrupt endings, and I'm just not. Usually we say thanks.
Yeah. Oh, thank you to the listeners. Thank you. Like, subscribe, YouTube, comment,
rate us,
Instagram, front.center, YouTube channel,
DM me,
podcast, DMs, do your things.
LinkedIn,
okay,
Strava.